Well, welcome. Back playing the Thaumaturge. I thought I should change this. It says session 2. Because there is no part 2 to this game. Yeah, right. It's just this one. So, yeah. So last time we went to a little town that was getting harassed by a Bukovac. It's making people angry. And then there was the one lady who I think probably was angry anyway. And she made the thing come. And I had to beat the whole town up. And it was... And then we made friends with Rasputin. Which we don't feel like unambiguously good about. But it is what it is. So he decided to come to us, with us to Warsaw. And if you like liquor, the smell of sweat, urine, and vomit, and the sight of piss on gateways, walls, and lampposts, this part of Warsaw is for you. I'm gonna, yeah, there's, so again, I apologize in advance for my poor pronunciation of many of the words and phrases that will appear, names, things will appear in the game. I don't speak Polish. Kastelanskamen restaurant menu. Borscht or broth, fruit soup, pottage with crawfish, goose in jelly, young turkey, romaine lettuce, pan-seared saffron milk cups, cucumber salad, compote, cream with chocolate, pears a la Otero, cup of green gages, mocha black coffee. They have a local lager, English porter, portioned caviar and snacks. That's pretty good menu. Oh, that's right. We're back in town for our father's funeral. Apparently, something about that menu. Give me some experience points. That's cool.
Why such a crowd?
A circus has come to town.
These are troubled times. Brothers turn against brothers. Russia has had enough bloodshed. The violence must stop.
Oh, this guy.
When
I love this guy.
socialists attempt to divide Russia and her subject nations,
I
to
hope
dent the sword
that he
that
has a-
smote the enemy at
He's got a
Grunwald,
good future ahead
this
of him.
demands my decisive action. Thus, by my grace, I hereby appoint as Governor General of Warsaw, Georgi Antonovich Skowon.
A butcher.
Not a popular guy, I presume.
I see you ain't from here. That swine keeps a photo album of all the folks he's had shot at the Citadel.
before and after execution.
Warszawa! The time for leniency and indulgence is over. From the moment this office is bestowed on me, no forces hostile to the subjects of Greater Russia will have any further right to exist. None! Whether it be brutal socialist subversives, communists, Jews, or other satanic provocators.
He sure knows how to unite a crowd.
Pardon me. Are you Polish?
Yes, I feel Polish. My name's Victor.
Wanda.
Victor and Vanda.
This is Russia here. Like it or not. Warszawa! Время террора закончилось.
Иди нахуй!
My first decision as Governor General of Warsaw. Arrestować.
Great heroes in their sense of timing. Of course, now they're the first ones in the fight.
Samoobladanie, Poliaki. We want that rebel. The Loudmouth.
Damn.
What happened?
Be a gentleman. Please kneel and tie my shoe.
I mean, she's obviously doing something, right? And I want to kneel, but we have to play into our
That
flaw,
seems more like a
right?
job for the servants, young lady.
Go ahead. Look down. Can I ask you a tiny favor? The Russians can't find out about this. The military is just looking for an excuse to suppress the crowd, and these workers are dreaming of thrashing a Russian gendarme.
Yeah, do it.
Either one of you confesses to disturbing the peace, or всех забирай. We'll take you all in.
You can't handle all of us.
Can you get us out of here?
I think I'm open to any kind of suggestion.
With a book like that, I'd find out what would convince one of these bastards to let us go. Or I'd take on that self-appointed leader of the proletariat.
Interesting strategy. Who are you, really?
A damsel in distress.
Those don't usually hide ammunition in their stockings.
Can I explain it to you another time?
For instance, I could disclose to a soldier that you came here with ammunition under your skirt.
Maybe we should see who they believe.
Okay, so that's kind
A
of awkward.
respected lady of Warsaw, or a common magician who just 100 years ago would have been burned at the stake.
Well, since you asked so nicely, I'm going to take a look around.
We just get a. I want to see what it says about Tsar Nikolai Romanov. Tsar Nikolai II Alexandrovich Romanov, the Emperor of Russia, King of Poland, Grand Duke of Finland. He is visiting Warsaw with his family. Does not seem to care for him. Can't imagine why. Connects to the Russian Empire. For more about this, I highly recommend Mike Duncan's Revolutions podcast. I'll try to remember to put a link in the YouTube comments. Viktor Shilsky. Okay. Alright, fine.
Do you think it's a good idea to stir people up and send them to face bullets and bayonets?
What do you want then? My whole life on my knees? Kissing Ruski's ass?
Do you realize blood is about to be spilled? And that it might be mine?
Fuck off!
Okay, that's pretty good. Oh yeah, we want, because we have something that hurts those that are suffering. No, yeah, it was yeah, there it is. Right. So let's keep doing heart and deed. Cast state suffering. Their health is at 50. Cool. He's freaky looking.
Pardon me, gentlemen.
The crowd has received the order. For now, zero response.
We'll give them a moment to arrest them all, book them, interrogate them. Gospodi will be home in November.
Gentlemen, please, forgive me. Maybe there's a faster way to get this situation resolved.
Back off, Polyak, or we'll start shooting. Paniatno, scrum. Dawaj.
Sergeant, I didn't want to do this, but my name is Viktor Shulsky.
Shulsky or Smolsky, I don't care.
We'll make an example of you for the rest of these bastards.
All right. Well. Let's fight. You can preview both your and your Salutor skills, so plan your attack. You can summon another Salutor at any time. Green frame around the image. They are exceptionally effective in a fight with a given enemy. Cool. Read the description above the Salutor to find out why they would be useful at that moment. Focus deprivation will be more effective against this enemy. Okay, cool. So let's do that. Get him with the red dust. bash him real good. Ghost knife. Ghost sword. Ghost eat your ass. So he's got so much focus, I think maybe we just wanna just do that. Another one. Enemies can have a trait that makes them immune to my attacks. They're related to different dimensions, and they can't be disabled. To disable an enemy's traits, attack them with a salutor that belongs to the same dimension as the trait. If you don't have the required dimension force, you can take away all of the opponent's focus and hit them with a strong attack. Okay. Resistance. Okay. So you need to get messed up pretty bad. Yeah, I think agony is just right. That's another guy. Yeah, I think we just punch him, right? Oh. I just got shot and it hurt me the same amount as if I had gotten hit before.
Let us go.
And winning the fight didn't matter. Okay, cool.
Name?
Shulski. Victor.
One of those Shulskis?
Yes.
My condolences. Now, profile.
Thank you.
What you pissing in the bucket for, asshole?
Where else am I supposed to?
Brown in the bucket, whiz on the wall.
Oh, you already got
Better
arrested
remember
too.
that, too. That bucket's gonna last you guys till tomorrow.
Can I use the phone?
Revolutionary leaflets. Brothers, the 11-hour workdays are killing us. Let's follow the example of the workers in German and English factories and fight to reduce them to 9 working hours. Join the strike. Put down your tools and join the fight for our future. Right on. Yeah, amen, brother.
What are you staring at, Genneth?
You calling him
I
Gandalf?
don't know what that means.
Quit squealing. First time in the big city? Have some respect if you don't know who you're running your mouth at. What did they put such a swell in jail for?
I showed a couple of Russian soldiers when I think about the petitions.
I have moments like that sometimes.
And I gave it to some Ruskies in the kisser, too.
Hell yeah.
There's this red-bearded fella sitting there. I glassed him in the face, then kicked him in the bean, and wham! On the floor. And I pinched his billfold, too.
Yeah.
Did anybody ask you? Shut your damn
No,
trap.
Let him talk. I'm interested.
Well, are you from somebody?
My name's Viktor Shulsky, and I work on my own behalf.
All right. Respect.
First of all, I am a Thaumaturge.
Now them, I got respect for. I know one really decent Jew from Povishla, who's a wizard too.
How about you? You got a foreskin or what?
Is my foreskin any of your fucking business?
Well, no. I was just...
Schmuck. But you don't look like much of a Warsaw lad.
I'm just here for my father's funeral.
I hope you don't miss the funeral toasts.
Thank you.
Welcome to Warsaw.
Well, yeah, okay.
I wouldn't call you a master strategist.
You got away from the station, so theoretically, we achieved our goal.
You're not losing your sense of humor. I guess this isn't your first time in a place like this, is it?
I spent a little time on the Rue de la Raquette in Paris.
It got demolished 5 years ago.
Oui. What about you? You seem to know your way around this setting. You been here often?
I'll take that as a compliment. And sure, sometimes, if the cause demands it.
What cause?
Let's say I know certain folks who'd find poles like you useful.
Dealers in stolen Dutch pomade?
Donut connoisseurs. They met at Burke Rotblitz's cafe.
What exactly do your friends do?
I'd be glad to tell you, over coffee and jam donuts.
I'm afraid all these screws might have more questions and want to keep you here longer.
Then you won't just miss out on the pastries, but also an adventure worthy of a great cause.
I like adventure.
Shulsky!
I see you won't be hanging out here long either.
Shulsky, this yours?
Yes, please.
That's right.
Then take it and get out of here.
Thank you.
Don't ask the cops any questions. Just take your shit and get out. Oh, they gave me my gun back. Very good. One has got a pretty good rap sheet. Hey, I have a rap sheet too. Well, I suppose I do. This one's on the floor. A note: when recruiting for the gendarmerie. Well, so in Russia it would be the Krana. I'm not sure if in partition Poland it would be the same. Leave in the comments if you know. And this would be the French term. When recruiting for the gendarmerie, it is recommended to reject the following candidates immediately: persons related to rebels and troublemakers, Jews, thaumaturges. Any deviations from these instructions must be very well argued. So they're racist and they don't like me. Stanislav's obituary. Oh, that's my dad, Stanislav Shulsky. Widely respected citizen, thaumaturge, philanthropist, entrepreneur, husband, and father. But in the other order. Died suddenly on August 31 at the age of 64. A service for the repose of his soul will be held at St. Charles Borromea Church on Saturday, September 7th at 11, to which his daughter would like to invite all relatives, friends, and acquaintances. And we got a point for reading our dad's funeral or dad's obit. Oh, that's going to cost us 2 for those now. Anyways, I'm going to save it and we're going to keep putting points into that one. Make sure we're not causing trouble at the police station before we leave. Hey, ladies. Wanted list. 1002. Maria Burkawa, 54 years old, residing in Warsaw, Old Praga, accused of complicity in stealing 2,000 rubles worth of Dutch pomade. Wanted. Short in stature, black hair, small hazel eyes, 3 scars on the right leg. Warsaw, August 05. 1003. Hefishrus Mizruska, serving time in prison on Zanila Street, Vilna Street, escaped from the hospital on Pokorna Street, where he was treated on August 2, 1905. Tall in stature, frail, small round face, dark hair, small black eyes, small flat nose, 19 years old. 1004. Ludorf Isaac, 18 years old, son of Lejus, formerly residing in Minsk, Mizwiski on Lukshka Street, accused of stealing fowl, then fled in an unascertained direction in Minsk on August 14. What the hell of a game to choose to read all this shit out loud. Wanted notice to all police stations of Warsaw, beware of Obruchki Nichik, leader of the Shivs, recently seen in Vierfoza Street. Blonde blue face, sizable in stature, round face. Dark circles signifying exceptional anger, thief and a murder. Particularly active in this area. Cool. I wonder if we'll meet all of these people. That'd be great. Okay, let these guys go. I demand that you let them go now. Orders. During the time of our gracious Tsar of all Russia's visit to Warsaw, it's necessary to enhance the sense of security. Therefore, I ordain that the number of patrols must be doubled. All station chiefs are required to comply with the order immediately. Signed by someone. Alright, I'm satisfied that we have explored the police station. So the thing wants me to go this way, so we're going the opposite. Let's go get the map. Over here, that's tram, carriage. Everything is locked, huh? We'll see about that. Okay, yep. Propaganda brochure. The sewers of the city of Warsaw as a tools used by Judaism and charlatans to destroy Polish agriculture and exterminate the Slavic population living by the Vistula River. The Complete harmlessness of cloacal waste to humans is evidenced by the booming health of the workers, specifically those engaged in cleaning the laboratories, and the suburban farmers who mostly rely on human fertilizers, even during the spread of epidemic diseases. So, what room is there for the existence of these disease-causing microbes? They're probably dreamed up in the empty heads of tabloid writers, or the perverse brains of the ill-willed. Amidst the manure and hay, among the cattle and the simpletons, the eternal wisdom has descended upon mankind. A mankind corrupted by the theories and doctrines of pure reason, by the devices and constructs of capitalism, by the skullduggery and extravagance of the Jews, and it is used supernatural signs to guide the monarchs and the wise men to welcome the future savior of the world in a poor-thatching Bethlehem. And I feel at this point that it's worth pointing out that I did not write this game. The views expressed are not necessarily mine, and I'm sure, and not those of the creators of this game either. There's a warning at the beginning of the first episode that will refer you to. But yeah, any kind of these kinds of anti-Semitism, obviously not okay. Historically, it did exist. So, was carriage take me anywhere? Will it take me to my father's funeral? It will. I don't want him to do that yet. Look at this wall card. Part of the wall at the public casino. Kind of some weird, yeah, I see some janky stuff in there, because I'm just holding down the mouse button here to run, but like it still will just sort of slow me down, which is a little awkward. And then I don't know, this like can't run into the mist thing. I'm not a huge fan of that. Oh yeah, run in front of the train car. Can I run in front of it and get run over? I'll have to try. But still, I like the environment. Feels lively, feels lived in. The subtle shifts in the camera angle as I move about, those are all happening automatically, and I'm liking that. All right, to the cemetery. Note with an advertisement. Men's tailor, Rush Dobrudsky. Accepts all manner of tailoring work, offering lowest possible prices. Expect thoroughness, tastefulness, and diligence from the start to the finishing touch. 11 Proston Street. Entry from the front. Yeah. Well, I will, I know where I'm getting my next suit. See, again, there we just slow down to walk over the puddle, which I guess, I don't know, I guess that makes feelings now. Obituary notice for the late Francisek Hillmantle, went to be with the Lord following brief yet painful agony, having received the sacraments on August 18, 1905, at the age of 65. The bereaved family is asking all relatives and friends to join them at the funeral service held at St. Anna's Church in Krakowski Przedmieście on August 25 at 11, followed by the transfer of the body to the family tomb at Powolski Cemetery. Parish announcements: Saturday, 7 a.m. votive service in honor of Our Lady of the Rosary for the intention of the brothers and sisters of the Confraternity of the Holy Rosary, and at 9 a.m. Holy Mass, which will be followed by the recitation of the Litany of Loretto with a prayer for the conversion of sinners. Very good. Yes, my woman. Shame about the kids, though. Stanislav's obituary. Oh, we read this already. Stanislav, respected citizen, thaumaturge, philanthropist, staunch new father and husband. More XP for finding it again. That's cool. Take it. Pardon me. There we go. Just kind of walked right through you, so you didn't exist. Here lies Jan Schmielik, our dear friend. 1791 he met his end. What he is now lies deep inside. What he was, never you mind. Amen. For the funeral, I'm extremely late. Phew, not as late. R.I.P. Rest in peace, Marja Wisnowska, Polish stage artist. Born December 23, 1861, right before Christmas. And died July 1st, 1890. So young. To my beloved daughter, woeful mother. Oh, that's sad. So, I don't know. I sort of wish they had just made it, like, maybe you just always walk. I'd rather just always walk slow than be going back and forth. It's more immersion breaking to have to be constantly speeding up and slowing down. Maybe it's a button I can press to start running all the time. Of course, then I just hold the button down all the time. Who are we kidding? I don't know.
I'm sure you don't remember me. My name's Hayat, Mordecai Hayat. I wanted to offer my condolences.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mordecai.
Please, forgive my prying. I know Mr. Shulsky took nitroglycerin for his heart, but how did he pass away? Was that his cause of death? His heart?
We've ruled out any coronary causes since the doctors couldn't confirm whether the deceased had a heart.
Yes, I understand. My condolences, once again. I'll leave you alone. I'm sure you want to bid farewell to your father.
A little bit of an awkward delivery there. Not bad. Not terrible. Not great. Oops, is this a cop?
I think I ought to arrest you, Thaumaturge.
I just got out of jail.
I haven't done anything, officer. What's the problem?
I barely recognize you either. You still haven't figured out who I am? Don't be surprised. The last time we saw one another was 20 kilos ago.
Uncle Voronian?
I will not keep you. That guy's probably all alone back there, among those vultures circling Stasio. I'm sure she'll be glad to see you. Go on. We'll talk later.
Sister?
Victor. I'm so glad you came. I wasn't sure if my telegram had reached you.
I'm glad too. How are you holding up?
All this caught me off guard, but... For now, I don't have time to think things through calmly. Look at yourself. What happened?
Have you written to Mother?
Yes, but... what can you expect? You know what Nadia is like. It was never her style to show up for family events like this.
Yeah, Nadia.
It's getting late. And we've still got the reading of Papa's will ahead of us at home. And I'll leave you two alone. I suppose you've got your own matters to clear up.
Fine, let's get this over with.
Stern-looking man.
So, it was me who got it right in the end. Back then, on the train platform, was the last time we saw one another. 15 years ago. After brief suffering, fell asleep in the Lord. Brief? I hope not. Did you write this yourself? A tyrant, bigot, and liar, mistakenly absolved, died after suffering all too briefly. That's better. Definitely closer to the truth. The day you died, you visited me in my dreams. I was a child when you hounded me out of here, and I remember you as you were back then. But in my dream you looked older. You gave me hell as usual. You didn't believe I'd succeed. You were wrong. I've come back with 2 saluters. Farewell, Father.
Am I intruding?
Yes.
I was reflecting at the grave of my beloved father.
You tricked me. I heard something else. Stanisław and I were acquainted. You might say I knew everything about your father. Mr. Victor Szulski, isn't it?
Dude's got a gross face.
Your absence from Warsaw
Not
has
gross.
happily come to an end, I hope.
Bird disfigured. Just keep being a jerk.
With all due respect, this is my personal business. It was my father who knew you, not me.
True. Please forgive me. I meant no harm. Again, my condolences.
And his face is like messed up.
I didn't catch your name.
Magic, right?
My name's Kaniechkin. Ivan Kaniechkin. Goodbye.
Such interesting friends you had. I guess I'm more tired than I thought. Grandpa called him a Thaumaturge. I barely remember him.
Josefina.
Great-grandmother Josefina, a Thaumaturge.
Whole family. Okay, we got another point. Let's put it into heart. I mean, I have a... Oh, it's raining now. So, to the will reading then, I guess.
We can go. The hardest thing was getting the lid of the urn. The scattering I could handle.
You can play the clown, but I know how much this has cost you. I'm glad you went.
Love at a funeral. Arrow's post-mortem. Is it suitable for a young lady in mourning to fraternize with bachelors?
Sister.
Konstancja Shabłowska, the Warsaw Courier. Could I ask for a brief comment?
Faina.
Thank you. And you, sir?
I can sort it out, but it might cause you some trouble.
It's not worth getting your hands dirty over.
Get out of here, or I might decide you're attacking an Imperial official, and you'll wake up tomorrow in the Citadel.
Are you threatening me, Judge?
Hi, sweetie.
I'm actually sparing you from him. Would you rather try your luck with a Thaumaturge? Come on, children. I'm sure my Pietia is already waiting for us at home.
I'd love to see my cousin.
Are you coming with us?
Okay, hi, sweetie. It's 8:28. Yeah, I know. Okay. I know. It's okay. It's fine. Sweetie.
Thanks.
Get in. I'm sure the lawyer is already waiting for us.
Miss, your guests have arrived. The lawyer's upstairs too, waiting. A trifle jittery. Wonder if the tea I made him was too strong.
Thank you, Grażyna dear. Let the guests wait. First, I want to take care of the will.
I'll just wet my whistle and join you all upstairs.
Make sure Uncle makes it upstairs sober. And I'll suggest you don't dawdle either.
Master Victor, good God! Half your face covered, but I could tell right away it was you. You look just like your father in his youth. Completely his spitting image. Should I make you some cocoa, Master? It would warm you up a little.
Make an extra creamy one for Ligia.
Oh, I won't skimp on her. Now, your sister's putting a brave face on all this, but she's really having a hard time. It's lovely to see you again. But that's enough jabber for now. I've got the guests and the cocoa, and I've got to whip up some food for you all later. We'll talk soon.
Do I want to go? I don't think I want to go in the garden in the rain. Or do I? There's people hanging out there. That's cool. bust of Siren. Sharp avian features bear a wild, disturbing kind of beauty. They make you want to fall into her clutches and be lulled into an eternal dream by her sweet song. Yet her cryptic, slight smile makes a subconscious, primal part of your being cower away from the predator. But isn't a soul the only fair price for the bliss of giving yourself up to that enchanting creature? Alright. Interesting. Gonna fuck a bird statue. Straight back, stern expressions, noses in the air. Two boys that are just trying to meet everyone's expectations. Something went wrong here. Jeepers. Change your clothes, use the wardrobe. Fair enough. You can expand your collection by visiting the tailor. I have just the one outfit. She'll have to visit the tailor post-haste. Seem to be of some means. I suppose the Thaumaturge skills pay the bills, as it were. Dear child, stop. It is with great sorrow that I have received the news of Stanislav's death. Stop. Unfortunately, I will not be able to attend the funeral ceremony. Stop. My duties in Paris keep me from traveling to Warsaw at this time. Stop. I join you both in mourning and sorrow. Stop, Mama. Duties in Paris. That's rich. My letter from Rome, July 1896. Dear sister, I'm writing to you because sleep eludes me. As I wrote before, I have found a suitable candidate. However, I'm still struggling to reach his flaw. I feel that Paimon is within my reach. I even saw him, vaguely, but I did. I'll stop here because my nerves prevent me from continuing. W. P.S. Yes, I will be careful. Don't think me a fool like father. Polish Gazette, Evening Edition, Obituaries. The cemetery in Montmorency on Sunday, the body of the distinguished writer and citizen, the late Zverina Dushinska, was laid to rest. A handful of compatriots escorted the coffin amidst the pouring rain. Funeral service was very modest. In accordance with the wishes of the deceased, the sums allocated for wreaths were deposited in the coffers of the Claudia Potoczka Charitable Society. Late Antony Bijlinski, retired, age 91. The late Barbie Chikala, age 45. And of course, the late Stanislav Shulsky, entrepreneur, age 63. Warsaw Funeral Company, M. Triska. Company arranges funerals, exhumations, and the transportation of corpses. A factory warehouse of metal and wooden coffins, mourning hats, crepe paper, and a vast collection of items used in the time of mourning. Very good. My letter from Paris, November 96. Sister of mine, I feel well enough to write something to you. The doctor also recommends I do so. I'm not alone in my anguish. I share a room with one Rayford Morton, whose last name escapes me. They brought him from London, from Dr. Seward's clinic. A very interesting case. He spends his days hunting for the moths, cockroaches, ladybugs, and beetles that come here sometimes. He eats them. He says it gives him strength to wait for the coming of the Lord, but I don't think he means the Savior. It's ominous. I cannot reconstruct all the details after the debacle with Paimon. My mind is still in tatters. Paimon visited me no more than a week ago. I know that's impossible. It probably happened only in my mind, but it was so clear. He, as the king of hell with his host of demons, with the shadows of his penitents, called for me to join them. It was so real. I'll stop here. I'm having a hard time gathering my thoughts. Huh. Monarchia Daemonium. Compared to Crowley's Ars Gotica, there are 3 fewer demons. No evidence that all demons are salutors. Bathem a false lead. Pucelle a false lead. Anton claims to have subjugated Oribas, mere boasting. Marchosius. Expect it to take on the form of a wolf with the wings of a griffin and the tail of a snake. According to Duplancy, he takes the form of a wild lioness. Interesting observation by Crowley. Demons are unexplored fragments of our minds. However, in appearance it resembles an ox with wings. A lead for Sabnok unknown. This is hanging. That's our bathroom reading in the family. Cool. I'm into that. Notary wants to talk to Victor. Okay.
I am ready, Mr. Shulsky. I only need all of you to be present. Can we start reading your father's will?
Here I am.
Yes, let his will be done. Again.
Let's begin if everyone is ready. Would you all please take a seat? Ladies and gentlemen, by the power of my office vested in me by the grace of His Imperial Majesty, the Emperor of all Russia, I hereby testify...
Je suis désolé. I just needed to quench my thirst. Alone, unfortunately.
I didn't manage to.
Please don't pay them any mind.
Mr. Shulsky's last will and testament were prepared several years ago in the presence of Zaslav Fedorov, Esquire, that is, myself. My last will and testament recorded in the year of our Lord 1888. In the name of the Holy Trinity. Amen.
Excuse me, but could we get to the details?
Victor.
I think we all want to address more temporal matters, don't we?
In theory...
Would you be so kind?
Of course. Here we are. All movables and immovables relating to the family enterprise I entrust to the care and administration of my daughter. I do not prescribe a method of administering them. I merely offer her one piece of advice. To my brother-in-law and oldest friend, Alexander Voronin, I wish to leave the following. My collection of muskets and 2 revolvers, dating to the uprising in memory of our first meeting.
Stasio, I will have plenty to do in my retirement.
Enjoy your retirement. I wish you success with your business and your hunting. I'm going to have something to eat before heading off.
Just a moment yet, Mr. Shulsky. Your name is also mentioned here.
A last-minute plot twist.
I would also like to come to the aid of my only son, Victor Shulsky, by entrusting him with the use of my personal black grimoire, in the hope that he will be able to make good use of it. This is my last will and testament. Carry it out solemnly, though you may have found it burdensome. However, this last bequest poses a certain problem.
Yes, it certainly does. And what is that, may I ask?
I am not in possession of this grimoire. The late Mr. Shulsky used it up until his death, yet no one left it with me after his passing.
Meaning it's disappeared? Did Father have his grimoire on him at the time of his death?
It was only because of the grimoire that we could identify him at all.
What actually happened? How did he die?
A building collapsed on top of him. I don't know any other way of putting it.
A building? It collapsed on top of him? How? How did this happen?
It was a day like any other. Papa had gone for his habitual walk. Every Tuesday and Thursday, he'd take a stroll to get some space, as he put it. When he didn't come back for a long time, I got the bad feeling something had happened. Then...
We rode there together. An entire wall of a tenement had collapsed. There were 3 victims, including Stasio, who had the bad luck to simply be walking by. To see him there in that condition, it's beyond description.
The grimoire. Could someone have taken it?
Perhaps, in all that confusion.
But why would anyone want Papa's grimoire? An ordinary person won't use it. Would the Thaumaturge just happen to be passing by?
Father had all his knowledge in there, but I don't know if it would be useful to someone other than him. I don't even know why he left it to me.
I'm sure Stasio had a reason.
Where did it happen? Where was this building?
The southern part of Śródmieście, not far from the police station. Anyway, you can miss it.
Of all the possibilities, this was the death that fate prepared for him.
He died as he lived, miserably. He couldn't have met a more fitting end after what he did to me. What he did to the Niedzic's family.
You've got to know that Papa felt guilty, even if he didn't say so outright. I'm not going to defend him, but I can't criticize him either. Even I don't know what really happened back then with Aborice.
An accident is what happened, and Father treated 2 kids like the worst disgraces in the world. As if it had been premeditated.
When a person dies so suddenly, their unfinished business remains. We'll never learn what Stasio carried in his heart.
What do you intend to do?
I think we have to look for the answer in the place where it happened.
With your sight, you can make out more in those ruins than I, or Uncle, or Detective could. This is a good lead, but is it the only one?
And where are Father's things at the moment?
You're standing at the very center of his kingdom. Not everything has been sorted through yet, but you go right ahead.
And the store? I should check that too.
I've started stock-taking there to distract myself, and I don't want you to go in there before I've finished.
As you wish. Father evidently knew a certain Ivan Konieczkin. Have you heard anything about him?
Konieczkin? No, doesn't ring a bell.
All sorts of people came to Papa's store. That doesn't mean every one of them might know something about the grimoire.
That's true. You've got your work cut out for you.
And Mordechai Chayat? Could that be a lead?
I don't think so. He worked with Father, but he left more than a year ago. I don't know why. He was an assistant at our, well, my store.
Do you know where I might find him?
Sadly, no.
Do you have any other ideas?
Now at least I can see how little I know. Maybe these scraps of information will lead me somewhere.
Well, now that we know what's got to be figured out, forgive me, my darlings. I'm going to give my old bones a rest.
I'll see you out.
Goodbye, Uncle. And, Ligia. I'm sorry it happened this way. That I wasn't close by.
The most important thing is you're here now.
well, I think that is where we are going to call it for tonight. Got through a chapter. So we're going to take a short break, and then I think we're going to come back probably and play some Magic. But, yeah, Father Funeral. Good stuff. So let's get a save in here.